Hi, this is HC Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Before moving on, there's a few things that I want to elaborate on from the last episode. A lot of people asked about the monster picture books that I was picking up. They just cast Libra. It's also known as Scan or Peep in other translations, whatever you want to call it. It looks at the enemy's statuses or their HP, MP, weakness, or whatever. I don't even know because I haven't cast a spell in forever, but I really don't care because I already know what they're weak to and stuff, so I'm never going to use it. I've heard it works on more the book works on more enemies, like bosses, than the spell does, but I just really don't care, so. Also, I forgot to mention the diamond rings back at Tamara. The reason I didn't get them is because the rune rings are simply better. Even disregarding the silent status immunity, because there's going to be areas where that's not practical. But the wisdom and will stat boosts outweigh the added defense from the diamond ring, in my opinion, so I prefer to keep the rune rings on for quite a while. And finally, those Dream Evil monsters I fought in the last video, they're also susceptible to Toad, which would accomplish the same thing as casting Piggy and Minnie on them. I just wasn't paying attention to my bestiary at the time, so with that out of the way, let's play Final Fantasy IV and head down. Only one way to go from here. Okay, and here is quite possibly the most annoying enemies or the most annoying battle in the game. All these toads do is, well, if they do it correctly, they would start turning your party members into toads. So there's a few ways of dealing with them. First, I'd like to try to have Edge cast Suiton on them. That'll do it. Oh, now hopefully they won't cast Toad on Edge and cancel out his spell. Good. Because Suiton will kill the toads. And, well, that'll do it. And for some reason, she'll cast Toad on herself so that she can start casting Toad on you herself. So, well, that wasn't nearly as annoying as I remember, but there are some other ways of dealing with Toad ladies. Now, obviously, having Rosa kill the Toady Witch does it by herself. If you can do that, the Toads can't cast Toad on you anymore. They'll just sit there and do nothing. Another creative way of doing it is, see, the problem with being toaded is that it prevents you from casting spells. So, like Edge, if he was toaded in the middle of casting a spell, it would have canceled it out, and that would have been pointless. But while you're toaded, you can still cast the toad spell itself. So if you have Rydia, who's been toaded, for example, if you have her cast Toad on the Toady Witch, her toads won't be able to cast Toad anymore. So, I mean, that's a real easy way of dealing with them. You can deal with them at your leisure, really. So it's a real easy way of dealing with them. So makes that fight not nearly as annoying. So now I want to cast Float again, and there's two ways you can go from here. The lower path leads to the Sylphs, but I don't want to go there yet. So let's head to those stairs up top there. You go either way, it takes you to the same place. Okay, now, yeah, we gotta cast Float again, or Levitate, whatever. And go through the wall here. And we have 3 chests. They contain a high potion, a maiden's kiss, and how do I get to that chest there? Yoink. It contains a fairy rod, yay! Let's see, her wisdom is 61. And now I'm finally going to get rid of that apparition rod for the fairy rod. I don't care about the increase in attack power, but it increases her wisdom, well, by 5 more, which would be 10 total. So that's really useful for Rydia. It could also be used to cast Charm, but I can't remember the last time I used that spell. So let's head back to the stairs now. Oh, there we go. Can't get to that warp point yet, so let's go up here first. And we gotta cast Levitate again. Just keep on doing that on every floor, just try to remember. And we got 4 chests here. A Bomb Spirit, 3,000 gil. A Remedy, and 2,000 gil. Let's continue downward then. Okay, here's a couple new enemies. Molbol, or Molbol, or however you want to pronounce it. They are also susceptible to Piggy, so or not Piggy, Toad, and they use the bad breath attack that I was telling you about. But I'm not overly worried about them. I would just have Rydia cast Titan on all of them. That should, if it doesn't kill all of them, it should come very close. So let's give it a shot. This shouldn't be too hard. Bad breath no longer works on anyone. Ha ha. Also, those Mammon enemies, being trees, are susceptible to fire. Don't worry about your MP here. Oh, those guys are immune to fire. I forgot. I think those Molbols are considered mage-type enemies, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, yeah, they are. As I was saying, oh, what is it? Oh yeah, don't worry about your MP here, because we're going to be making 2 trips through this area, so I'm going to have to heal Edge between battles, so yay! Maybe equip the Flame Claw if I need to. Nope, don't need to. Okay, well, I'll heal up and be right back. Okay, let's continue along the path then. Nowhere else to go. We got 5 chests here, another monster picture book. An emergency exit. I hate toads! They take forever to kill. Well, not really, but they're just annoying. I'm a cat person, not an amphibian person, or... Toads are amphibians, right? Aren't they? Whatever. Fish are okay, I guess. Oh, I hope I can make it to the treasure trove here. Almost there. Uh-oh. A dead end. Nope. Yay, the treasure room. Lots of awesome stuff here. Let's see what they got. Monsters! Okay, and that chest contained the Red Fang. It does a strong fire attack to all enemies. I'm probably not going to use it, so let's see this chest now. Oh yeah, that previous chest contained 6 ghosts, or dream evils, so easy enough to deal with once you cast Toad on them. Monsters! And that chest contained 2 Molbols and 2 Mammons, but we did get the Full Moon Boomerang for Edge, which is very useful. Yeah, you just equip it like that, and it's not that much better, but it is better. And it's a projectile weapon. It's going to definitely be better than the other boomerang that you had before, so let's check out these 2 chests now. More monsters! Okay, and that chest contained 6 more of those Dream Evils, and it contains a White Fang, a strong ice attack. I'm probably not going to use that either, so let's check out this chest with more monsters. Okay, that chest contained 4 Molbols that were easily taken care of with Toad, but in exchange, I get one of my favorite weapons in the game. The Avenger sword. It's a 2-handed weapon, but it increases your vitality by, I forget whether it was 10 or 15. I'll look it up, but it increases your vitality a lot. And it also automatically berserks Cecil in battle, and that increases his attack power by 50% over what it is displaying there. So that is really good. There's only a couple instances where I wouldn't like that, but in 90% of all battles, I love this sword. It's amazing. So I'll probably display its power in some other battles. So let's open the other 2 chests then. Okay, and this chest contains a Blue Fang. It casts strong thunder attack. So 1 more chest to go. Oh yeah, and that chest contained 6 more Dream Evils, obviously. So. Okay, and that chest contained 10 Medusa arrows that I won by killing 2 centipedes, pretty vanilla enemies to my knowledge. Cecil killed them with their Avenger too fast for me to really find out what they do. So there's a warp tile that leads out of the area here. So let's take that. I'm going to use the Pot of Life and come back to explore the other half of the Cave of Sylphs next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. That's all for this episode. So this is H.C. Bailey signing off. Have a good day.